Okay, you're on.
Morning, guys. Friday at 8:30. Little interesting week. And what we've been focusing on for the last couple of weeks is as we get deeper into December, there's going to be some larger moves. There's going to be some pockets. There's going to be emptiness of the market. So you got to adjust away. I can't say it enough. You can't trade December like you got to trade the other 11 months. Very, very different. We started already. But what's interesting is the first couple of days, we saw some flows, some rotations into some sectors that people had a lot of action in October and early November. Got this doors blown in. Now they're right back in action. What are we talking about? Lithium, uranium, rare earth, titanium. I'm going to show you the stocks. If you've been following them, if you've been trading them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The best part is the opportunity is now. I'm going to start with this one. Rare earth, USAR. This is something we had this on. Okay, we had it on earlier in the year. So we caught some of this move and we got out. We watched this thing go from here to here to here crazily. And we talked about this. People just got involved in rare earth, not even knowing what it was. Couldn't even name one of the metals. I still think they can. Okay, this is all October. Started here. 2 weeks in, up to here. 2 weeks out, right back where you started. People got their clock clean. Then we spent a month down here. Washed everybody out. Now there's no one in these positions. Okay, because it's not there. You literally got hit with a tidal wave. Now there's interest in it. So now it's a very different scenario. This is what we like. That's why we're in now. Okay, you know why? Because no one's in. And the stories we like. We like the stories. We just don't want to be on the boat when the wrong people are on the boat. Those people are off the boat now. So we like USAR. We like titanium. We like uranium. We like lithium. We also like a couple of other ones. We're in this. Okay, we're in USAR. We're in UUUU. We're in a couple of titanium ones that the group belongs to, which I think they're going to start to go right away. But you see my point? Everyone got in, everyone got burnt, everyone got out, and everyone said, I don't want to look at this no more. Well, we want to look at it, so we like the story, and it's more attractive now. That's the example I'm trying to bring out. The other example I'm trying to bring out is that it's December. So if people do want to get back in, if people that got burnt but still like the story want to get back in, there's no liquidity. That's why you have a big move like you did yesterday, just on one day. That wasn't even 1 day of USAR. That was 4 or 5 hours. So if you get another wave, it's going to go. I'm going to give you some more examples. UUUU, same thing, uranium sector. See what I mean? All you need is just a few hours, and then they reject and they go higher, but no one's in the game. Same exact scenario. Another one that we focus on is LAC. That was the one that the government showed a sponsorship. Then the government took a piece of them. It just went crazy, came right back down. We got some titanium ones. We got a couple of resource ones that belong to the group. Then you know what we have on. And they're starting to really work here. In the interim, what have we been doing? Staying on the plan that oil is in a range and metals are on a mission. But trading silver, trading gold doesn't mean you just buy them and hold them because you're getting burnt. Okay? We said this before. You can be bullish on silver, but how are you going to make money being long? It's too hard. I've been doing this for over 40 years. So I fell in all these traps. So I'm seeing all these traps set up again. So you get something like silver making, oh, that was good. Okay, something like silver making all-time highs, but people can't stay in the game because it moves too fast. Okay, if you remember, we waited and waited and waited, and we got in here at 48 bucks. We waited the whole way down, and then it got through here. Now everybody's getting in up here. We still think silver's going higher. We just don't think it's going to be that easy. We actually think silver can breathe. And the bigger these ranges are, okay, the more you have to adjust the way you trade. I know how to make the adjustments. I've been doing this forever. So if you're trading silver below here, we said this, we made a whole video on this. Silver below 40, you trade one way. Silver above 40, you have to adjust the way you trade. And obviously, if you traded it this way, you think you could survive through these moves? 55 down to 46, there's no way. $8, $9 move in silver on the downside. If you're long and you're long silver on the way down, let me tell you something. You know where you're watching these $2? Hiding under your bed. Okay? You know why? Because I've hid under my bed many years of my life. So I'm telling you, this is going to be very different. We know how to do this because I've done this before. This is the point. Silver's on everybody's radar screen. I would make a bet that half of the people that are bullish silver are going to wind up losing money when this is all over. And I think we're far from over. I think we're maybe the 5th inning when it comes to precious metals. Just to point out, you can see here in my voice, December is a different month. Let's get to some questions, and then I'll get back to all the other ideas.
All right, Joe. Well, lots of folks in the chat are welcoming you back from your Thanksgiving break.
Yeah. What a day to take off last Friday, huh?
Yeah, it was quite a deal. Someone, ELC is asking about Oracle. Do you trade that?
Oracle, nah, we don't watch those.
Okay. How about UNG?
UNG. Okay, weather is starting to take its effect now on natural gas. I'm going to show you natural gas. You know, we've had natural gas on for a long time. We don't have it on now. I'm going to show you natural gas. Well, I'll show you UNG, same thing. Okay, this is weather taking over now. So now you got UNG up in these areas, which we haven't seen since the summer. Okay, the difference now with UNG. Okay, when UNG was here, futures were in a contango. You got to understand, if you're going to trade these ETFs, you got to realize what they are. So it means you're paying the meter every time you want to stay long UNG. It's the other way around now. Now it's backwardated. So if you're long UNG, you're getting paid every day to be long UNG. Getting paid and watching it go higher, couldn't get a better scenario.
All right. Joey Thinker wants you to know that I finally joined the group.
Okay, that's what we join the group. See how it works.
There you go.
We've been okay.
How about TECK?
Tech, yeah, that's a way of getting copper exposure. We've traded this a few times. Copper is strong. I'm not that gung-ho in copper up here. It feels like it's a little bit of a trap. So I would watch myself. We actually started getting ourselves short some Freeport. That's the way we express our opinion of being short. Okay, TECK, big area. This is what I'm talking about. You get to these areas, and if they fail, they come down hard. So I would watch myself very closely here. I wouldn't, if it fails up here and you get back down around here, make a decision. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right, Joe. Ronnie R. wants you to talk about gasoline, if you would.
Gasoline. I think you got to, gasoline this time of the year, if there's any kind of a blip fundamentally, it can pop. Right now, weather is taking over heating oil. So heating oil is the leader in the products. So I think gasoline can sit around here. It's cheap, but it's not going to move unless there's, you know what you need ideally for gasoline? You need very cold and you need very dry across this country. Okay? Because if there's 6 feet of snow, no one's driving. If it's 30 below, people don't give a crap. They're driving. So you need both of those. But right now, people are focusing on weather.
All right. Vinny Pipes wants to talk about heating oil.
Heating oil, just talked about it. Heating oil, weather is taking over now. Okay, as you can see, heating oil looks like it's ready to go. I think it is ready to go. Okay, we have this on. And the natural gas is confirming that it's weather. Heating oil is confirming, and we think heating oil, look how much room we got in heating oil here. Okay, now what we have going on, if you're trading futures, we have the commodity roll start today. Most people don't even know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this forever. Good information comes out of the rolls. They start today. So we use this, we digest the information, and in my opinion is if we see something bullish in the rolls that start today, heating oil's got a lot of room on the upside.
Joe, CIP says, Joe, great call on TMC. Made a boatload so far. You want to talk about CMC?
Well, hopefully you still got that boat on because we think there's more in it. TMC is one of those sectors that attracts money when you see those hot sectors. It's not one of the hot sectors, but it attracts money. So you can gauge it like you gauge the other ones. So if this one, I think it's got more room. That's just my opinion. I think this one's got snappability. Okay, and you can see when it turns, it goes. And when I love seeing these in markets that move this fast and then blow everybody out, and then you get these gaps down here. This is people say when it got down, people go, I can't stay in the game. I can't stay in the game. That's because they got in here and here and here. If you got in around here and around here, you could withstand this. That's what we did. I have it on. I got it on pretty decently, and I think there's a snap coming. I think the same way it came down is the same way it's going to go back up.
All right. Joe Callie is asking about SoFi. Do you do SoFi?
Nah, SoFi, get the freak out of here, please. Freaking stocks.
Okay. Let's see. We just did TMC. How about Lulu?
Lulu, we're out of it. Okay. It looks like it's going to go higher. Guy Adami called it. But we talked about this yesterday on the webinar. You know, Guy Adami, we have a Thursday webinar. We talked about it. It says it should have moved quicker. So it's kind of lagging. Now it'll probably go, but we don't have it on. It looks like it's going to go higher.
The Terminator's asking about SMX.
SMX? Not me.
Okay. Andrew wants to know about COP.
ConocoPhillips. That's one we had to wait until the market turned, and then we thought it would catch a bid real fast because it was really cheap. We have it on, and I think now people are realizing that it was actually cheap compared to the rest of the oil stocks. And as you can see, once they realized it's cheap and it held a good area around there, okay, we bought it here and then we bought it here. So we did a little trading, but now it's not broken out yet, but it's set up for a breakout. So if the products keep going, if oil keeps going, if it stays cold sensitive, then I think Conoco's got room on the upside. We still have it on.
All right, and good morning to everyone who's coming in new in the chat. Good morning. Football Legends wants to talk about orange juice.
OJ, like Guy said, thinks he did it. The guy's one of the funniest people I know. We have orange juice on. We're very comfortable with our position. I don't see a reason to do anything around here.
All right, Joe, IAC or LAC?
But it's both. LAC maybe?
Maybe.
Okay, that's lithium. That's one of those sectors that we said people got burnt and they're not in it no more. We like the story. We just want to get caught in that crowd, and we didn't. And now it's starting to bounce. So I think we're in good shape because we didn't get caught in the turmoil or the hype. Look at this thing. You tell me. This is when the government said, we're going to be a sponsor of LAC. Then they said, we're going to take a piece of LAC. You know what they took a piece of? They took a piece of everybody that got involved. Look at this. Straight up, straight down, spent time just like all the other hot sectors of blowing everybody out. People saying, I don't want to look at this anymore. I think it's got room. And we're in. And, we bought it down here. Okay, we didn't have any of this noise. We got it in down here, and I think there's room on the upside.
John is asking about Boeing.
Boeing, we traded around our position. It reacted well on a bounce. It's pulling back. I think this is something we're just going to keep trading. Okay, we put Boeing on in the 90, somewhere around here. Then we had this massive pop. So we sold some of our position to trade around it. I don't know what the trade is. I'll make a decision on Boeing if I'm going to trade more. If I see it in here or if I see it up around here, then I'll make a decision. I had 3 pieces on. I got 1 piece left.
How about rig?
Rig, we're out of rig. Believe me, if I could reach, I'd kick myself in the ass. Okay? I like rig all year, but I'm trying to trim positions and capture. And I'll show you the reason why when we get to our spreadsheet. The rig looks good. Okay, we've had rig on all year. Okay, and we've had it on. We said between 2 and 3, don't look at it. Then when we got up to here in the 4s around here, we cashed in. It looks like it's got more room on the upside. Okay, I won't get involved between now and the end of the year in rig, but if you have it on, you might want to keep the ride on here.
Joey, CIP wants to know if you deal with fintech.
No, nope.
Okay, here's another one I don't recognize. URPY?
No, if you don't recognize it, means we don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay, we stick to commodities, we stick to resources, we stick to things that I think I have experience in. Okay, if I can't explain why I lose money or make money in something, why would I talk about it?
All right, Kleinfields is asking about SMCI.
SMCI, now that's one we traded because it looked like a price opportunity. That's a risk-reward trade. I know nothing about it. Okay, that's just what I'm looking with. It's a good risk-reward. That's out of my box, but it fell into a spot. We think there's a bounce coming. We think the overall market, if it does bounce, that's got a little room to trade, not to marry. If I could find it on my screen, I have no idea what that one is. SMCI. Okay, we have it on for a trade. Okay, it's in the low 30s. If that thing got up into high 30s, we would trade it.
All right, fair enough. Mano JR and Hitman want to know about you.
Yeah, we just talked about uranium. We think that these sectors are going to get hot again, but we don't think people are in like they were a month ago. So we think there's room on the upside now. And that was a good indication yesterday that just with a little bit of a scent, how it could pop up. So people were in, people got burnt, it's spent over here and spent time down here stopping people out. Now let me tell you, so if you're in up here and up here on the way up, it's too hard to stay in the game. Okay, we started around here, so that's why we could withstand that. And now I think there's upside. And if these people want to get back in, if uranium, if those hot sectors get on people's radar and half of them want to get back in, it can snap right back up. We got it on, and I'm very comfortable.
PM Pilot is asking about Mosaic.
MOS, yeah, you know what? It's a fertilizer company. You want to know something? Yeah, I'm trying to be nice what it's full of because I don't understand. It's the sector that should be bounced. We caught this twice this year, and I thought I had my arms around this. We caught this, and then we caught this. So I said, you know what? This is one I got a good feel on. Okay, this is, you say like you get to know your girlfriends. Well, I thought I had this one, but this one isn't working. We're scaling in here, so I think fertilizer is on the cheap side. And if there's any kind of nitrogen demand or something, this could snap right up. But it should have snapped already. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. I don't know if I got this. I don't really have the stone, not the stones. It's just not smart to be adding more. But if you're scaling in, this is a good area to add. But now I'm on defense on this one.
Spencer's asking about PPTA.
PPTA. We want to look to get back in it again. I don't know if I have it on my screen, but we are looking to get back into it. We had that one on. We did it for a trade. Worked out okay. I like the components of PPTA. It's actually on my radar to look for a spot to get back in.
All right. How about State of Plain wants to know about SLB?
SLB. That's Guy Adami. Okay, we're looking for oil equities. Guy puts, I know it, Schlumberger a long time, but he put it on our radar and it got us in. It's actually our largest oil position. Listen, if you've been following us, if you belong to the group, and you see what Guy Adami's been giving us for the last 2 years, it's incredible. It's incredible. Every Thursday, you join the group, we do a webinar, a Q&A with Guy. You know what a new thing is going to be next year? Between 8:30 and 9:15 on Thursdays, I'm going to put myself on mute. We're just going to listen to Guy. Serious. He gave us SLB now. He put that on our radar screens. We put it on, and the thing is popping. I mean, believe me, my mouth is open with these things that he's been giving us. You see SLB on the point, and now it's breaking out. And we just talked about weather, so this thing has room on the upside. So we have it on. It's our largest oil position. I say mine when I say ours. I'm always talking about myself. It's my largest oil position, and it looks like it's got room.
So, Joe, I got to do a little house cleaning with you.
Yeah, what do you got?
So first of all, obviously we were off for Thanksgiving, and I don't know what it is. I am 70 messages behind right now, and you must have a gazillion people watching you. I'm usually 5 messages behind.
About what?
It means there's 70 people I haven't gotten to their messages because they're coming in hot and heavy.
Okay.
So that's good. People are loving your videos.
You know what's going to suck next week? I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Wednesday, I have a family event, so we won't be here at 8:30. Next Friday, I won't be here. Let me tell you something. I would be anywhere except where I got to be next Friday. All right, but old men, they got to get these checkups, whatever the hell you call them. So believe me. So I won't be here next Friday either. So don't get mad at me. But I got certain things to do. Then we're back in it. You know us. We're full tilt. We haven't taken a day off in 3 years. Last Friday when I took the day off, let me tell you something. I was enjoying. I was one eye here and one eye watching the markets. So I'm just as anxious as you guys are.
All right, fair enough. So, Joe, before I get to some of the remaining questions, and again, with my apologies to the people in the chat room who are asking, it's just we've got so many people. We got people coming over from Twitter, from your own Twitter, your Joe Mazzella Twitter account, from your RNTR Twitter.
You guys know that stuff.
From YouTube, you've got everybody's all over it.
Okay, good.
It just keeps climbing. But I want to give you a chance to talk about your website.
Yeah, let's go. Well, first of all, guys, I told you we are not an investor site. We are a trading site. Okay, we teach people. We don't teach people. It's a trading site. Active, aggressive traders. And you know what that gets you? Let me show you what that gets you. And then if you belong to the group, you know this is no crap. I'm going to update this thing if I remember how. I could be at this. Yeah. This is no exaggeration. This is all here. This is what we're up for the year. And I did the math last night. We're around 340, 340%. Guys, believe me, I have no reason to lie to you. Okay, you asked the group. There's no reason to lie, and we are not sitting on our hands. The beginning of October, we had around 420 trades. As you can see, we're active. So we've done 100 trades between October and November. Okay, we're down around 260, 270. Down. Think about it. We were down to 260, 260%. So you can see we're still in this game aggressively. What do we trade? We stick to what I think I know. Commodities, resources, commodity equities, resource equities. I'm not trading the big names. I trade them very rarely. We're easily 90 to 95% trading what I think I know. Okay, you know what the reason is? If I lose money, I know I lost money. If you trade the big name stocks and they don't go your way, earnings come out and they're supposed to be higher and they go lower, you listen to the analysts, they know just as much as you. So I don't mind losing money if I'm wrong, not because I'm listening to somebody else. But you can see it's here. These are trades, long-term trades, short-term trades. You can see the trade lasted 11 months. Trade lasted a month and a half. Trade lasted 2 weeks, 1 week. Okay, this is the way we trade. These are trading opportunities. This market is going to be trading opportunities, not an investor market. I say it before and I'll say it again. There isn't anything on that board that I would want to get involved in for my grandchildren. Nothing. So if it isn't, while the market is churning and figuring out, while the global markets are adjusting to a new presidency, new tariffs, new dollar interest, okay, geopolitical friction, okay, opportunities are here, and that's what we're capitalizing on. You want to join? This is us. RNTR.trading. Okay, now one thing I'm talking about, we have a promo going out right now. It's going to last for another couple of days. 30% off the first month. You don't like it, you could quit. And then we're going to raise our prices. We've added so many more features. We've added so many more staff. So this price is not going to be here very, very soon. I'm talking about a couple of weeks. So it's going to change. Okay, so for this amount of money, you get all that stuff, which I'm going to show you on Discord chat. Okay, you get these ideas. Look at this performance. Last year, we're up 100% too. This is not like a flash in the pan. You buy and we go all in. We don't go all in. We are balanced. One thing with the group, we've been, and you can ask anyone in this group, I don't think once we've been uncomfortable this year. Why? Because we're balanced. We have losers. Everybody's got losers. But if you balance it out, the losers, they fall in the pile. And then we capitalize. Money management, risk rewards, a little bit of experience I think I have over a lot of people because I've done this before. Those are the edges. Okay, that's what you get. Think about this. You get the live webinars with Guy. You get trade alerts, which I'm going to show you. You get basic courses. We got boot camps if you really want to get in depth. Separate subscription. This is what you get all day. This is our Discord chat. Okay, this is this morning. Just talking about it. Okay, all day. Okay, put out our comments, what we trade, when we're in, when we're out, when we trade. We tell everybody ahead of time. Okay, we tell everybody. There's no fooling around here. Okay?
Joe, can just hang on a second. I want to make sure that I get the big picture here.
Go ahead.
So what we were just looking at, RNTR.trading. I go over there, I sign up. It costs $78 now.
Well, yeah, for a couple more days.
Okay, so I go and pay my money. What do you take? Credit card, PayPal?
Yeah, all that stuff, and we get back to you. Okay, there's a lot of copycats lately. You say, send us your money. We're mirror traders. We're day traders. We aren't day traders. We aren't mirror traders. We aren't. We don't trade candles. We're not swing traders. We don't ask you for your money. You contact us. We get back to you with a link. We get back to you with the mail. We get back to you with the invite to the chat. Okay, that's where we protect ourselves.
Okay, so you've got some security measures in place. That's awesome. Everybody loves that.
We don't want clowns.
So we pay the $78, and when you get back to me, you put me into this Discord channel, which is what we're looking at.
Live all day.
This is where the rubber hits the road, right?
Yes,
this is where the magic happens.
Okay, and we trade as a team. If you want to do this on your own, and you want to run in front of people, get away from us. You want to trade as a team, this is how we do it. You know how we do it as a team? I tell everybody what I'm looking at. All you're doing is looking over my shoulder. I do not give out advice. I do not tell people what to do. You're looking over my shoulder. I tell you, listen, guys, this is, when I say we, you know what? I've been playing sports all my life. I worked in firms that if you say the word I, you get punched in the eye, okay? Team effort.
All right, so Joe, give us an example of something you put out where I would be a member looking over your shoulder. Give me an example.
Here we go. I'm just going to go recently. Boeing. Okay, you just asked me about Boeing. We had Boeing on. Okay, guys, we're looking at Boeing. We're going to sell a P. We're looking at Uber. We had Uber on. We just cashed it out. So, guys, I'm looking at Uber. Then I'll make a decision if I'm going to trade it. But everybody, if they're interested and they have it on or whatever, they could get themselves set up. And I said, guys, I'm selling all of my Uber here. Okay, so you say something like that.
And right below that, where you say 87.25,
I tell you where it is.
So again, you're telling what you're doing. It doesn't mean I have to do it. You're telling me what you're doing.
This is exactly where it's trading when I say that.
Okay.
So you have a gauge. Okay. I'm not going to sit there and say I just sold Uber. You might want to look at it. Come on, man. What kind of teamwork is that?
Well, Joey, I'll tell you, I have seen a lot of guys on all the social media platforms, and they tell me on Wednesday, hey, Monday we made a great trade. We bought IBM.
I'm going to be nice. I guess me irritated because you know what? How do you get your integrity by doing that?
Well, I know you tell people in advance. I can see it in all the chat rooms there.
All here. And we put out our videos. Go look at our videos. We put out clips saying on a Monday, listen, guys, I don't know, the last one we put out, I don't even remember what it is. You know, I think it might have been TMC. We just put out one a couple days ago on TMC. Okay. So obviously I'm talking about TMC. What happened the last 2 days or 3 days? It's popped. Okay. And if we get out, we're going to make a video, or if you're loan groups, the guys, we're going to cash in here. I'm making this stuff up. Well, am I here to jerk people around? It's not going to happen. This is how we do this. Trade futures. Guys, if you want to look like this with bags under your eyes, you want to trade futures, you got to get up in the middle of the night. Listen, I was taught one thing I never forget. You can always sleep. You can't always make money. So you see times over here when we put the trades on. Okay, this afternoon. Yeah, this is when everything is nice. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. 6:15 in the morning. 6:02 in the morning. You better strap in, guys, if you want to make some money. Well, you know what? Who cares? If you can make some money, we got some free 4 o'clock in the morning trades here.
So just stop me with any one of them. Stop me. Pick
Cocoa. That we wake you up for cocoa.
So
we're trading cocoa.
November 25th at
November 25th,
6 o'clock
in the morning, guys. We're trading cocoa, cashed in. You know how you can tell? You see all the thumbs up and the hearts and all that because we're doing well in commodities. Guys, I'm doing this for 40 years. I think I can smell out commodities maybe a little better than others. Take advantage of it. But commodities trade 24/7, Monday through Friday. So we take advantage of this. Heating oil. We just talked about heating oil, right? We're looking at heating oil. With sugar. We have some sugar on. And let me tell you, you eat it, you consume it, we trade it. There's no fooling around here.
So, Joe, this raises an important question, which is, number one, I don't know if I can get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to start trading cocoa.
That's fine. You know what? Stay asleep, and then you got to go to work. It takes 5 minutes.
All right. So then number two is, what if I'm not a math person? What if I don't really know about the markets? I don't understand how it all works. Can I do this?
I would say almost everybody is not a math person. They just the same way you go out and buy a car or you go shopping. We look for things that are opportunities. I may recognize it early. We have housewives involved in the group. We got people that own car dealerships, restaurants. We have attorneys. We have some doctors. Many of my students are in who are signing up their parents and their uncles with this promo that we have now. Because if you give your money to a portfolio manager, fine, you're going to make it 6 or 7%, which is the average over the last 25 years. Make 300%, 100% last year. Sounds like you just took 20 years off your life. You made it. If you don't believe us, go to look at marketwatch.com. Early September, they want to do a piece on us. They asked us for some of our members. One person said, I followed you since January. This was in September. He goes, in 8 months, I made enough money to buy a summer home for my children and my grandchildren. Let me tell you something. How cool was that?
And Joey, I read that article. He was an electrician, right?
Electrician, retired.
Because Vinny Pipes is in here asking him, can plumbers do this too?
Plumbers, plumbers, electricians. Yeah, let me tell you something. You guys are probably the sharpest people around. Okay, because you got to know how to use your tools, then you got to know how to use your head. Okay, I don't know how to use my tools. I try to know how to use my head.
So it literally is anybody can do this stuff.
Yes.
And for $78, I don't know. I went out to dinner the other night with my friend. Cost $100 to have a dinner with a glass of wine.
So the point I'm trying to make is, guys, we're raising the prices. We enhance this a lot. There's more people to the staff. So that $78 is disappearing.
Okay, so what's
the new rate will come out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to put it out now. It's not going to be a lot. It's not going to go from $78 to $700.
Okay.
We're going to put it $100, $120, something like that.
All right, fair enough. Tell me about what do they call it? Black Friday, where they put everything on sale?
Promo. We did it last year. We did it the last couple of years. With people, you know what? My students told me this. They go, I want my father and my mother to do this. They're retired. They can hit a button just like I can. And they said, can you offer something out? Of course. First of all, if you're a member and you're one of my students, I was giving your mom and dad a discount anyway, okay? Just for putting up with you. I got some great students. But in the interim, you want to sign somebody up, I think it's 30% off the first month, okay? And then you could join. If you don't like it, you get your prorated money back. Costing you $50 to get a free look. You tell me if this can't enhance what you're doing.
So, Joey, I really, really, really wish you could see the people in the chat. Number one, people who are already members are praising you. Yeah, they're saying, this guy is legit. He's genuine. He does this.
Thank you.
Guys, I followed you for 6 months. I made a ton of money too, but it's not for a house for my kids. Screw the kids. So obviously people are being funny in the chat room, but Joey, they love what you're doing. They love your live streams.
The group is nice. The group is very nice. They're respectful. They're funny. They're polite. So the biggest pain in the ass on the group is me. I'm kind of like when I'm in the game, I got my game face on. I don't fool around. But these people are very nice. When we lose money, they don't point the finger. When we make money, they're congratulating each other. That's the kind of people you want to be. So if you think you're going to be in a group with a bunch of sharks and people that are not, now you got the wrong person. If you want to be, there's one shark in the whole place, and it's me.
I love that, Joe, because a lot of us out here, like I said, we don't know math. We don't know what all these symbols mean.
Get intimidated.
But if I can look over your shoulder and do what you're doing and have the success that some of your people are having, it's an awesome thing. And by the way, OMG, let me see, says I'm a new member.
I know. I think that's a female. Yes.
Oh, okay.
She's very, very friendly, very polite all the time.
I love it. All right, Joe. So we've talked about this. Tell us when you're coming back next. Again, I can't tell you how many people are in the chat room coming over from X/Twitter and YouTube and TikTok, particularly, throwing the hearts and the flames and the thumbs up about what you're doing. I can't tell you how many there are. I cannot keep track. There's so many people in here today.
Good. That's what you want to do. And this is the time we really got to pay attention. This is the thing about it. October screwed a lot of people around. November, people got comfortable and said, okay, everything looks good. Then they got cracked again. So you're going to look up at the end of the year and say, wow, I had a monster year. You're going to look at your statement and go, where's the money? That's what you got to worry about, because January is going to be a lot different. You got to trade December different than all the other 11 months of the year. And then in January, there's another wave to trade. You don't trade January like you trade December also. And we have an edge that we've always had I've had it for many years in January. If you belong to the group, you're going to know. I think if you ask anybody in the group, everybody straps in January, because there's a couple of edges, a couple of things that go on that I've seen over the years. So we have an edge there. So you may want to look into this. Okay.
Joe, I got one question before you go, and I think it's important for people to know, because this is something Guy is asking. Do you always show tickers, exact tickers in your posts for those not in the United States?
Yeah. We stay domestic. Yeah, I'll give you maybe some Canadian stocks or something like that. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, we trade futures, right? So it's global. Okay. Believe me, we're trading New York sugar. I'm following the London markets. I'm following the Asian markets. We will trade Alibaba. We'll trade Baidu. We'll trade some of those. But we stick to what we can see in front of us.
Okay, but people who are in foreign lands, they can do this stuff too.
Of course they can. The whole world, foreign lands. Let me tell you something. We use this as an example. You go around the planet. You ask people to name 5 stocks they know. They can't name 2 of them that are in their country. They can name Google. They can name Apple. They can name Nvidia. So the whole planet's involved on this board, whether you like it or not. Like it or not. If you have an IRA, a 401k, a pension, you have these names, whether you think or not. You'll see it on your statements. If you see Apple go down, you'll look at your statements. Oh, I had a good month. Oh, Apple went down. No. So everybody owns these stocks. The planet is so U.S. stock sensitive.
All right. So one last time, to go to your website. It's going to be RNTR.trading.
Okay, let's go right here. RNTR.trading. There's no extra G, no extra R. We got all these copycat clowns. Like I said, we don't ask you for money. You join, we get back to you. Okay. The only thing I'm trying to make is these prices are going to change. Okay, so you really got a small couple of day window here to join, and you can always leave if this is too aggressive for you. If you want to just sit back and invest, you're fine. If you want to be a little more aggressive and get money like this, returns like this, why not? You know what the edge is? It shortens your economic lifespan. I don't got to wait 20 years to accomplish something. If I catch a nerve like we've been catching the last couple of years, what I'm trying to make in 20 years, I might make in 10 months. That's the point. Okay. And you just got to apply yourself a little bit. That's all.
Well, Joe, and again, I know you got to go. It's getting to be 9:05. We got to go, but I just can't resist. Listen to this. Heather, I've lost a lot of money with other trading groups. I found this one. It's making me money.
Okay.
Rob is saying, I just took control of my IRA and my wife's IRA. Now I'm trading both with Joe. I mean, it's incredible. And so I got to leave with this.
It's not incredible, guys. It can be done. It's just the way we do things. We have balance. We have patience. Sometimes we do nothing. Sometimes we wait, and we're like, we're never going to be like a firefighter, but the way they're on call, they're the best people on the planet. That's the way we wait. That's all.
All right, Joe,
balance.
I'm sorry I kept you over, but let's do these last 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we learn what Joe does and be able to do it on our own?
Oh, okay. Well, guys, I'm not kidding. There's things I do here that took me 20 years to learn. I had the best teachers on the planet. So I had the best teachers on the planet. It took me 20 years. I'm not as good a teacher as they were. So it'll take you 40 years to learn what I'm doing. No, there's a lot of secret sauces and certain nuances that I was taught, and they stay here.
I get that, Joe. 40 years is a long time, to do anything. You get those, like you said, the sort of nuanced knowledge of things that, but we have the next best thing, which is looking over your shoulder and seeing what you're doing. And then we make our own decisions, whether we want to follow your trade or not. Last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What kind of capital do I need to get started if I want to join your group?
You don't need, but we got people that start with $1,000. If you want to trade futures, you need a little more because it's margin. and there's a lot of leverage. But if you want to just trade equities, we keep ourselves balanced. Right now, I'm looking over. This is our smallest of the year. We probably got maybe 15 to 20 positions. We usually have anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 positions on. So if you balance it out 1, 2, 3, 4%, if we like something, we'll go 4 or 5. So, and you just use it accordingly. Sometimes we'll trade $100 stock. Sometimes we'll trade a $1 stock. Okay, but if you keep yourself balanced, you could do it $1,000.
All right, awesome. To everybody in the chat room, my apologies if I didn't get to your questions today. For some reason, it was overwhelming. I was 80 messages behind halfway through the video, and my apologies. But the good news is you will be back, Joe.
Tomorrow at 10:30, Saturdays we're back in action. But next week, only because, not any other reason, but just family reasons, okay? I got to do something for my family, and then I got to do some personal plumbing. You know, who's the plumber? Maybe I got to call you, and you got to do my plumbing for me. Do me a favor. Can't believe what they're doing to me. All right, so then we're back in action, guys. We you know, if you followed us 3 years, that's the first day I took off in 3 years. I have no interest to take off. I'm here. I'm off on Saturdays and Sundays. That's plenty for me. All right,
awesome.
See you guys tomorrow at 10:30. Please watch yourself. Adjust. Okay, please say to yourself when you want to trade, this is December, this is December, this is December, and say, don't be in a rush to trade. I can take a breath because you have to trade differently. Extend your ranges, adjust your amounts. That's what we do, and that's why it's working.
Okay, Joe, thank you again. We will see you tomorrow on TikTok, on YouTube, on the RNTR X account, on the Joe Mazzella X account. We will see you at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
See you tomorrow at 10:30, guys.
Thank you, Joe.